Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and in this video we're taking a closer look at the Island Watch, or Long Island Watch Islander. This is the ISL-18. Just real quick, this is the box that comes in. Just a nice, simple cardboard box, which is fine. I'd much rather the watch companies or micro brands put money into the watch instead of the box. So let's get that out of the way. Almost out of the way there. Okay, so let's zoom in here. So this particular model has the embossed bezel insert, the embossed ceramic bezel insert. Also has the coin edge bezel here. A lot of his other ones have more of a SKX style bezel, which I have on my wrist, a SKX 009. So most of his have this style bezel. This is, of course, all 316L stainless steel. It has drilled lugs, which I appreciate. Makes it much easier to change out the strap and bracelet. Although this does have the cutouts here to get your tool in there. Just a lot easier to use the cutouts. Very familiar case shape. This is the SKX case. I think it's almost a one-for-one copy. From my measurements, it compares very closely to the SKX 009. This does have a 4R36 movement, which means it hacks and hand winds. So you unscrew it. First position here is winding. Not sure if you can hear this. And then the next position would be for your day and date change. And then pulling it all the way out will stop the seconds hand, which is hacking, and that'll allow you to adjust the time. So push it back in and screw it down. It is a unsigned crown, which looks like I got some tape on there, which is fine. Having a signed crown doesn't bother me. The price on this one is a little more than his other models. This is $329. His other models are $299. And this one does have, oh, that's not tape. I was wrong. It is a signed crown. Obviously I wasn't paying close enough attention to that. And compare that to just your regular SKX unsigned crown. So there you go. It is his logo. I'm not sure why it's not focusing here. But the same logo that's right below the 12 o'clock there is on the crown. This dial is very nice. It's a, see, his website says it's a radiant blue sunburst dial. Radiant sunburst blue dial. And the lume on this is super luminova. But here I'm hitting it with a flashlight. You can see the sunburst effect. It's a very nice looking dial. It has applied indices, unlike the SKX 009. So since I'm talking about the SKX 009, let's go over the dimensions. This watch here is 42.5 diameter. Lug to lug on this is 46. And the thickness on this one, due to this double dome sapphire, is 15.5. So it's very thick, actually, especially considering that it's 200 meter water resistant. Lug width is 22 millimeter, which is the same as the SKX. So one thing with this watch, having the solid end links and these fixed center links, the measurement, it's not really lug to lug, but the lug to lug measurement on these fixed center links is 53 millimeter, which means this actually overhangs my wrist a little bit. We'll look at it on wrist here. It does curve down pretty nicely, so it may not be all that bad, but it does technically overhang a little bit. Also, the end links don't totally fit the case here. They kind of pop out a bit there. And these are solid links. The bracelet, all the links are solid end links. And that's in there pretty well. It's not moving at all. So it's definitely installed correctly. So let's get this on wrist. Actually, I'll show you the two crystals first. This one does have an aftermarket single dome sapphire crystal. Just to give you a sense of the height on this crystal on the left. It's kind of a box crystal where it sticks out above the bezel. Then I have a flat hardlet crystal on my SKX 171 here. Just to give you a sense of the crystals again. So let's get this on wrist. I really like this watch. Very tempted to buy it, but I won't. I'm going to send it off to Chris next. This is Bobby Leg's watch. I will put a link to his channel in the video description. So thanks again, Bobby, for sending this in, letting me check it out. So again, I have a 6.5 inch wrist with a 52mm wristband. It's a very classy looking watch. It totally reminds me of a Rolex Yachtmaster. Never had one in hand, but looking at pictures of that and this on wrist, that's just what it reminds me of. So let me zoom back in here. You can definitely see why these are selling out. Actually, he has a green version of this one now, but I think I would prefer the blue. So looking at that fixed center link there. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad actually. Just looks like it's part of the, well, it is part of the bracelet, but it doesn't seem like it's overhanging my wrist. So let me put the SKX 009 on wrist. So since this is the Jubilee style, it doesn't have the center links that stick out any farther than the lugs. So I'll try to put this on my other wrist and see if I can put them side by side. I think my right wrist might be a little larger than my left wrist, but not that much to make a difference. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this watch, the ISL-18. And looking at my notes here, I think that's all I wanted to cover. So we'll go ahead and set up for a Lume shot here. So I'll be right back with that Lume shot. All right, so on the left we have the SKX 009. In the middle we have the Islander ISL-18. Then on the right we have my SKX 171. As I mentioned in the previous video, by eye the lume on the hands for the Islander is on par with both of these SKX watches. The indices are not quite as bright, but it is still very reasonable. Also, the Long Island watch, or Island watch, logo is also lumed. So anyway, I'll be sending this watch off, but if you have any questions, please ask them below in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.